Close your eyes, and let your body settle into the soft surface beneath you with its full weight. In this first step of our journey, we are leaving the noise of the outside world behind, and tuning into the ancient rhythm of the planet. The Earth has a heartbeat, a low-frequency vibration known as the Schumann Resonance, Schumann Resonance, that has existed for billions of years. This rhythm is the fundamental frequency of nature. The silent melody shared by forests, oceans, and the very air we breathe. Imagine your own heartbeat slowly slowing down, and synchronizing with this deep, grounding pulse of the earth. With every breath you take, feel the heavy and chaotic energy of the day flowing out through your fingertips and feet. As you inhale, imagine a cool, silver light rising from the depths of the earth, filling your body with a sense of absolute safety. This light travels through your feet, relaxes your calves, and releases the tension held in your knees. Feel the muscles in your thighs becoming heavy, sinking deeper into the bed as if you are becoming a part of the ground itself. Your spine is like a steady tree trunk, and each vertebra is now letting go of the burdens it carried throughout the day. The tension in your shoulders melts away like ice under a gentle sun, flowing down through your arms and out of your palms. Your neck and jaw, where we often hold our unspoken words and stress, are now softening and becoming completely loose. Notice the tiny muscles around your eyes relaxing, and your forehead becoming as smooth as a still lake in the middle of a forest. You are no longer a person trying to keep up with a fast world, you are a living being resting in the lap of a silent planet. Everything in nature moves with a rhythm. And right now, your rhythm is moving toward a state of profound stillness. The earth does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Let this wisdom settle into your spirit tonight. As your breath becomes deeper and more rhythmic, feel the boundary between your body and the space around you beginning to blur. You are safe, you are grounded, and you are exactly where you need to be at this very moment. The pulse of the world is a lullaby that has been sung since the beginning of time, and now, it is singing just for you. As we prepare to dive into the stories of the natural world, let this foundation of peace be your anchor. With every second that passes, you are drifting further away from doing, and closer to simply being. The journey has begun, and the deep silence of the earth is now your closest companion. Now that you have synchronized with the pulse of the earth, let your mind drift toward the vast and navy blue cradle of the ocean. Imagine a miracle hidden in those silent depths, where sunlight refracts and slowly fades into a gentle turquoise glow. Visualize a transparent creature swaying silently in the warm Mediterranean, and the world's many distant seas. Scientifically known as Turritopsis dohrnii, Turritopsis dohrnii. This inhabitant of the deep carries a secret that defies the most unshakable laws of nature. This creature is as small as a fingertip, and as light as a whisper, yet it possesses a power that seems like ancient magic. For almost every living being on this planet, time is a linear path that moves only forward toward an inevitable end. But for this tiny jellyfish, time is not a line, it is an eternal circle that revolves around the essence of life itself. When this transparent traveler faces the wear and tear of age, or the threat of an unfriendly environment, it makes an extraordinary choice. Instead of succumbing to the end, it sends a profound command to its very cells to turn back the hands of time. Through a miraculous biological process called transdifferentiation, it begins to rewrite its own destiny from within. Think of this as a butterfly deciding to become a caterpillar again, or a withered flower returning to the state of a fresh bud. The jellyfish shrinks its umbrella-like body, pulls its delicate tissues together, and sinks toward the soft sand of the ocean floor. There, it transforms into a polyp, the very first stage of its life, effectively resetting its biological clock to zero. It wipes away the tired pages of its past, and begins a brand new chapter with cells that are vibrant and pristine. This is not merely healing. It is a total biological rebirth, an endless cycle of refreshment and renewal. Now, imagine all your own fatigue and the weight of your years sinking to the bottom of the water, just like this jellyfish. Feel every worn-out thought and every trace of mental exhaustion slowly dissolving into the salt of the sea. Remember that deep within your own body, a similar miracle of repair and regeneration begins the moment you close your eyes, while your conscious mind rests. Your cells work tirelessly to return your body to its most balanced and freshest state. Let your muscles relax completely, feeling your body become lighter as if supported by the gentle buoyancy of the ocean. Hear the rhythmic sound of the underwater world, a muffled and soothing hum that drowns out the noise of the surface. With every breath you take, imagine fresh, cool water washing away the dust of the day from your spirit. With every breath you exhale, you release everything that is old, heavy, and no longer serves you into the infinite blue. The secret of eternal renewal is not found in a distant land, it is encoded in the very rhythm of your own life force. May the quiet persistence of this tiny immortal teacher remind you of your own capacity to start over every morning. Like the Turritopsis dohrnii, you are rebuilding your world tonight through the sacred ritual of deep rest. Release yourself from the grip of time, and lose yourself in the circular peace of this biological miracle. You are safe, you are being renewed, and you are drifting into a sleep that is as deep and timeless as the ocean itself. Now, let your mind rise from the depths of the ocean, and settle into the damp, fragrant floor of an ancient, moss-covered forest. Look up at the towering trees whose branches reach for the stars, but focus your attention on what lies beneath your feet. Under the soil, hidden from the human eye, exists one of the most complex and altruistic social networks on the planet. This is the Wood Wide Web. A vast underground maze made of microscopic fungal threads known as mycelium. These silver-white fibers connect the roots of every tree, every shrub, and every flower, in a massive, living internet of the earth. Through this hidden network, the forest breathes, speaks, and cares for its inhabitants as if they were a single family. A mother tree, towering high above the rest, can recognize its own saplings growing in the dim light of the forest floor. When a young tree struggles to find enough sunlight, the older trees send life-sustaining sugars and nutrients through the fungal wires. If a tree is attacked, it releases chemical signals into the network, warning its neighbors to strengthen their defenses. There is no competition here in the way we understand it, there is only a profound commitment to the survival of the whole. The forest knows that it is not just a collection of individual trees, but a singular, breathing organism that thrives on cooperation. The mycelium acts as a bridge of empathy, ensuring that even the smallest and weakest members are never truly alone. As you lie in your bed, imagine yourself as part of this grand, supportive network of life. Feel the invisible threads of peace and support connecting you to the natural world, and to the quiet rhythm of the night. You do not have to solve every problem or carry every burden by yourself. You are part of a much larger, wiser system. Let the ancient wisdom of the forest teach you the art of letting go. Your breath is like the wind through the leaves, and your heartbeat is the slow, steady pulse of the roots deep in the soil. The tension in your body is being absorbed by the earth, transformed into nutrients for new growth and new dreams. In the silence of the woods, there is no judgment and no rush, there is only the slow, magnificent process of being. Soften your shoulders, and allow your mind to sink into the mossy, emerald green comfort of this forest floor. You are protected by the tall shadows of the trees, and fed by the invisible kindness of the earth's hidden web. Let your thoughts become like falling leaves, drifting down slowly and settling into the soft, quiet ground. Sleep is the nourishment that allows you to grow taller and stronger. Just like the trees that wait patiently for the dawn. Surrender to the wisdom of the wood wide web, and let the forest whisper its secrets of peace into your soul. Now, let your mind shrink to an almost invisible size, and focus on the microscopic world that thrives even in the harshest conditions. Imagine a tiny, eight-legged creature, no bigger than a speck of dust, moving slowly through drops of water on moss or lichen. This is the tardigrade, affectionately known as the water bear. A marvel of evolution, and perhaps the most resilient animal on Earth. It moves with a gentle, lumbering gait, almost like a miniature bear exploring a vast, watery landscape. Despite its adorable appearance, the tardigrade possesses an almost mythical ability to survive the impossible. It can endure extreme temperatures, from the scorching heat of deserts, to the absolute zero of deep space. It can withstand crushing pressures greater than the deepest ocean trenches, and even the vacuum of space holds no threat for this tiny, fearless explorer. When faced with such environmental extremes, the tardigrade performs an incredible feat of biological suspension. It curls into a dehydrated, indestructible ball called a tan, shedding almost all the water from its body. In this state, its metabolism slows down to an almost immeasurable crawl, entering a deep, protective slumber. It can remain in this state for decades, waiting patiently for conditions to become hospitable again. When a single drop of water finally touches its shriveled body, the tardigrade miraculously rehydrates, and awakens as if from a short nap. It shakes off the dust of its long sleep, and continues its life as if nothing extraordinary has happened. This tiny water bear teaches us that even in the face of overwhelming odds, there is an innate capacity for resilience within us. It reminds us that sometimes, the greatest strength lies in quiet endurance, and the ability to simply wait. As you lie in your bed, imagine your body becoming as calm and protected as a tardigrade in its tan state. Feel all the external pressures and the stresses of the day slowly shrinking away, unable to touch your inner peace. Your mind is shedding its worries, releasing all the unnecessary mental baggage. Just like the tardigrade sheds its water, you are entering a state of deep, restorative suspension, where your body knows exactly how to repair itself. Your muscles are becoming heavy and grounded, finding ultimate comfort in their stillness. Your breath is a slow, steady rhythm, nourishing every cell in your body with quiet, resilient energy. Let yourself sink into this profound sense of invulnerability and calm, knowing you are safe. The world can rush outside, but in your private ton of sleep, you are perfectly protected and at peace. This is your time to recharge, to restore, and to remember the incredible resilience that lies within you. You are now entering a state of deep and undisturbed sleep, just like the water bear, awaiting the return of life-giving water. Now, let your mind rise from the microscopic world, and drift toward the vast, dark canvas of the northern sky. Imagine a place where the air is crisp, clean, and filled with a silent, electrifying energy. Here, at the top of the world, the sky is not merely an empty space, but a living, breathing stage of light. The aurora borealis, aurora borealis, also known as the northern lights, is a mesmerizing dance of colors that fills the polar night. This magical display occurs when solar winds journey millions of miles to meet Earth's magnetic shield. When these particles collide with our planet's atmosphere, they ignite, painting the sky with ethereal hues. Imagine watching rivers of neon green flowing silently across the vastness, sometimes punctuated by curtains of deep violet, or shimmering white. These lights ripple and sway with a fluidity that no brush could ever replicate. A dreamlike spectacle that no human hand could sculpt. As they undulate slowly across the heavens, they whisper to us about the incredible vitality of the universe. The northern lights are a magnificent celebration of Earth's powerful magnetic field, which constantly protects us. They silence all the noise of the earthly world, leaving only a profound sense of awe and wonder. Though science tells us these lights are born from atomic energy, our soul experiences them simply as pure, luminous peace. As you lie in your bed, imagine these very lights gently shimmering across the ceiling of your mind. Feel the ocean green and night purple hues wrapping around your thoughts, like a soft, comforting shawl. Your body, nestled warmly under your covers, feels completely safe and protected from the biting cold of the outside world. Every muscle in your body becomes as soft and flexible as these light curtains rippling across the sky. Any sharp edges in your thoughts melt away, blurring and softening like colors blending into one another. In the absolute silence of the north, you hear only the faint whisper of these lights, and the steady, calm rhythm of your own heart. Allow these gentle lights to illuminate any dark corners within your own inner world, bringing clarity and peace. Feel the ancient energy of the sun, now transformed into these lights, spreading through your body as a wave of deep relaxation. The earth embraces you not only with its ground, but also with its magnetic field and the infinite sky above. Your thoughts slowly merge with these neon rivers, flowing effortlessly into the realm of dreams. May this electric dream of the sky be your most loyal companion tonight, guiding you into a tranquil sleep. As the lights continue to softly undulate, you are gently drawn into the hazy, peaceful depths of slumber. Prepare to meet the purest form of peace, accompanied by the wise lights of the north. Now, let your mind dive back into the cool, emerald green waters near the rugged coastlines. Imagine yourself floating effortlessly within a towering underwater cathedral, made of giant kelp. These are the sequoias of the sea, reaching from the dark ocean floor up toward the shimmering surface of the sunlit waves. The kelp fronds sway in a rhythmic, hypnotic dance, perfectly synchronized with the gentle surge of the tides. As you drift among these golden brown pillars, notice how they create a sanctuary of absolute calm and protection. The kelp forest is one of the most productive ecosystems on Earth, breathing life into the ocean and the planet itself. Through the miracle of photosynthesis, these giant algae absorb vast amounts of carbon and release pure, life-giving oxygen. They are the silent lungs of the ocean, filtering the water and providing a nursery for countless shimmering fish and playful sea otters. Watch how the sunlight filters through the dense canopy above, casting dancing shadows and beams of amber light through the water. This underwater world is a place of soft textures, muffled sounds, and a profound sense of interconnectedness. Every movement of the kelp is a lesson in flexibility, showing us how to move with the currents, rather than fighting against them. As you lie in your bed, imagine your body as light and fluid as a strand of kelp swaying in a peaceful current. Feel the gentle weight of the water supporting you, taking away all the pressure from your joints and muscles. Your breathing is now as deep and steady as the rising and falling of the great tides that nourish these forests. The worries of the day are being washed away by the cool, salty embrace of the sea, leaving you refreshed and calm. You are tucked away in a safe, green world, where the only task is to exist and breathe in harmony with the water. Let the rhythmic swaying of the kelp forest lull your mind into a state of deep, meditative stillness. The forest provides a home for the weary, a place where you can hide from the world and simply be. You are floating in a cradle of life, surrounded by the quiet strength and nurturing energy of the ocean's lungs. Sink deeper into your mattress, feeling as though you are resting on a soft bed of sea moss at the bottom of a quiet lagoon. The emerald light fades into a deep, soothing blue, as you prepare to descend into even more mysterious depths. As you leave the kelp forest behind, imagine yourself descending deeper, into the midnight zone, where sunlight can no longer reach. In this world of absolute darkness, a new and magical form of light begins to reveal itself to your inner eye. This is the world of bioluminescence, bioluminescence, where living beings create their own light through the alchemy of nature. Watch as tiny sparks of neon blue and electric green flicker and glow like stars in a liquid galaxy. Jellyfish trail long, glowing tentacles like silk ribbons of light, and schools of fish flash like silver lightning in the dark. Even the smallest plankton, when disturbed by a passing whale, erupt into a shimmering cloud of stardust. In the deepest parts of the sea, light is not something that comes from above, it is something that comes from within. This internal glow is used for communication, for finding a mate, or as a beacon of safety in the vast, silent void. Imagine the water around you coming alive with these soft, pulsing glows that hum with the frequency of pure peace. This bioluminescent dance reminds us that even in the most profound darkness, there is always a source of light to be found. You are now floating in a universe of liquid stars, where every spark is a reminder of the magic inherent in life itself. As you lie in your bed, visualize these soft blue lights glowing gently behind your closed eyelids. Each pulse of light is a signal to your nervous system to relax even further, to let go of the last remnants of the day. Your internal world is being illuminated by a calm, cool radiance that soothes your mind and quiets your spirit. The darkness around you is no longer empty, it is a rich, velvety space filled with the silent beauty of life's own light. Feel your body becoming one with this glowing ocean, as if your very cells are beginning to pulse with a quiet, radiant energy. There is no fear in this darkness, only a sense of wonder and a deep, soul-level tranquility. The rhythmic flickering of the deep sea lights is like a visual lullaby, guiding you toward the threshold of dreams. You are a part of this luminous mystery. A bright spark of consciousness resting in the infinite embrace of the night. Let the bioluminescent glow lead you into a sleep that is as vast and as brilliant as the starry sea. Now, let your mind rise from the ocean's depths and return to the cool, shaded floor of a forest. Among the damp leaves and mossy bark, you see a golden, web-like structure spreading with quiet purpose. This is Physarum polycephalum, Physarum polycephalum, the slime mold. A single-celled organism that challenges everything we know about intelligence. It has no brain, no neurons, and no central nervous system, yet it possesses a genius that baffles the greatest scientists. The slime mold moves across the forest floor like a living computer, solving complex problems with effortless grace. When placed in a labyrinth, it sends out delicate branches to explore every path simultaneously. Once it finds the most efficient route, it withdraws its unnecessary limbs, and strengthens the shortest connection. This creature teaches us that intelligence doesn't always require noise or complexity. Sometimes, it is found in the simple flow of nature. As you lie in your bed, imagine your mind becoming as calm and efficient as this silent explorer. Feel all the tangled labyrinths of your daily worries slowly being simplified and dissolved. Just as the slime mold withdraws its energy from paths that lead nowhere, let your mind withdraw from thoughts that no longer serve you. You are focusing only on the most important thing, your own peace, and the rhythm of your breath. Your body is like that soft, golden web, relaxed, connected, and resting in total harmony with the environment. Trust in the natural intelligence of your body to find the shortest path to deep, restorative sleep. The complexity of the world is fading away, leaving only the simple, beautiful reality of your existence. Surrender to this effortless wisdom, and let your spirit settle into the quiet corners of the forest floor. Now, imagine yourself as a tiny, silent, and incredibly resilient object, a seed. A seed is a time traveler, a miniature capsule containing all the plans for life and the memories of the past. Sometimes, to survive, life must learn the art of stopping time, and waiting for centuries in total stillness. Think of the frozen lands of Siberia, where a seed hidden by a squirrel 32,000 years ago was discovered beneath the ice. For tens of thousands of years, that seed remained in a state of deep, frozen meditation, showing no sign of life. Yet, when touched by warmth and moisture, it sprouted and bloomed as if it had only fallen yesterday. For a seed, time is not measured by the passing of seasons, but by a steadfast, unshakable patience. It waits while empires rise and fall, while storms rage above, and while the world changes beyond recognition. The seed's outer shell is a fortress, protecting the spark of life within through a state of profound rest. It teaches us that sometimes the greatest strength is not in movement, but in the silence of waiting for the right moment. As you lie in your bed, feel yourself becoming as safe and enclosed as that ancient seed. The chaos, responsibilities, and noise of the day are all outside that protective, hardened shell. You are in a period of sacred waiting, where your only task is to preserve your essence and renew your energy. Your body is sinking into the mattress with the weight and security of a seed buried in fertile soil. Your thoughts are like pollen carried away by the wind, leaving you in a state of pure, concentrated stillness. Sleep is your dark, protective earth, the place where you go to be reborn and refreshed. Do not hurry the dawn, like the 1,000-year seed. Trust that you will bloom exactly when the time is right. Tonight, you are stepping beyond time, into a realm of peace that has no beginning and no end. Let this ancient patience fill your heart, as you drift into a sleep as deep as history itself. Now, let your mind descend once more into the vast, indigo blue silence of the open ocean. Imagine you are floating in a world without boundaries, where sound travels for thousands of miles through the heavy water. Listen to the low, haunting melodies of the humpback whales, the ancient singers of the deep. Their songs are not just random noises, they are complex, evolving compositions that can last for hours. A whale's song is so powerful, that it can vibrate through your very bones, grounding you in the rhythm of the sea. These sounds are the ocean's own heartbeat, a low-frequency symphony that connects different corners of the planet. Whales use these songs to communicate across vast distances, sharing their location, their history, and their soul. In the deep water, there is no rush and no urgency, there is only the slow, majestic glide of these gentle giants. As you lie in your bed, imagine your breathing slowing down to match the rhythm of a whale's deep, rhythmic breath. Feel your body becoming as weightless as if you were floating in the middle of a calm, silent abyss. The vibrations of the whale's songs are like a sonic massage, smoothing out every knot of tension in your muscles. The vastness of the ocean is not a scary place, it is a giant, cool embrace that absorbs all your worries. Your thoughts are like tiny bubbles rising slowly to the surface, vanishing into the air while you remain in the peaceful deep. You are connected to an ancient lineage of life, that has existed long before the noise of our modern world. Let the deep, sonorous hum of the whales lull you into a state of profound, oceanic tranquility. The water around you is a liquid shield, protecting you from the pressures and stresses of the land. Surrender to the melody of the deep, and let yourself drift into a dream as vast and blue as the sea itself. Now, let your mind rise from the water, and settle into the rugged, untamed beauty of Yellowstone National Park. Imagine the crisp air, the smell of pine needles, and the distant sound of a cold river rushing over smooth stones. Think of the wolves, the guardians of the wilderness, and the incredible story of how their return changed the very shape of the land. When the wolves were brought back, they didn't just hunt. They restored the ancient balance of the entire ecosystem. By changing the behavior of the deer, they allowed the forests to regrow along the riverbanks after decades of absence. As the trees grew taller, the birds returned, and the beavers began to build dams, creating habitats for fish and amphibians. The rivers themselves began to change their course, stabilized by the new vegetation and the vibrant life returning to the soil. This is called a trophic cascade, trophic cascade, a beautiful reminder that every living being has a vital role in the harmony of the world. Nature is a delicate web, where the presence of one creature brings life and order to everything else. As you lie in your bed, imagine your own inner ecosystem returning to a state of perfect, natural balance. Your mind is the guardian of your peace, just like the wolves are the guardians of the forest. Feel the rhythm of your body stabilizing, your thoughts flowing as clearly and smoothly as a mountain stream. Everything in your life is finding its right place, creating a landscape of inner calm and resilience. You don't need to force anything. Just like the forest regrows on its own, your spirit knows how to heal in the silence. The sounds of the wild, the distant howl, the rustling leaves, the flowing water, are all part of your night's lullaby. You are safe in the heart of this restored wilderness, protected by the wisdom of the natural order. The river of your breath is carrying away the last remnants of the day, leaving you pure and still. Sleep is the natural state of balance, where your mind and body become one with the wild, peaceful earth. Let the harmony of the wolves and the rivers guide you into a rest that is as deep and restorative as the forest itself. Now, let your mind soar with the warm winds toward the heart of Africa, across the vast and golden expanse of the Sahara. Visualize the endless sea of sand beneath you, with dunes glowing crimson under the setting sun. The Sahara is known today as one of the most arid environments on Earth. Yet, hidden deep within these sands lie the memories of a world that is hard to imagine today. The Sahara was not always a desert. Only 5,000 years ago, this place was a lush, green paradise. Close your eyes and replace the undulating dunes with vast lakes, and vibrant, dense forests. In this land where dust now swirls, hippos once swam, and elephants roamed through wide, fertile savannas. This green period is part of a magnificent cycle caused by a slight shift in the Earth's axis. Our planet is like a living, breathing being that periodically transforms its deserts into forests, and its forests into deserts. This transformation teaches us that no state in nature is permanent, and that everything exists within a grand cycle. Those silent dunes you see now are actually the peaceful sleep of what were once great rivers and waterfalls. In fact, the dust rising from the Sahara travels across oceans to reach the Amazon rainforests. This mineral-rich dust from the desert nourishes and sustains the growth of forests on the other side of the world. The dryness of one corner of the world is a hidden hand feeding the abundance of another. Nature wastes nothing, and fills every void with purpose. As you rest in your bed, allow your own internal seasons to pass. Remember that the dry periods in your life are actually the messengers of your future green forests. Feel your body settle into the bed, as soft, heavy, and peaceful as a sand dune. The thoughts in your mind are like fine sand carried by the wind, slowly lifting and drifting away. The deep and absolute silence of the desert absorbs all the noise in your soul like a sponge. In this immense cycle of time, enjoy the tranquil sleep that has been reserved just for you. Every muscle in your body relaxes with the peace of this 1,000-year patient wait. The world will continue to turn, seasons will change, and life will always find its way. Now, surrender yourself to the golden dream of the Sahara, and fall into a deep, restorative sleep. Now, let your mind move from the silence of the Sahara, to the wide plains of the savannah, where long grass sways under acacia trees. See the giant silhouettes in the distance, moving with slow and dignified steps under the orange light of the setting sun. Elephants are not just the largest land mammals, they are the wise guardians of Earth's deepest emotional intelligence. An elephant's memory is so powerful, it never forgets the location of a single well, or the scent of an old friend for decades. But what makes them truly special is the delicate and complex emotional world they carry within their massive bodies. Elephants are loyal and compassionate beings, with family bonds that even humans might envy. In their world, the pain of one individual becomes the collective grief of the entire herd. When a family member passes away, the herd waits in silence around the body for hours, or even days. They touch the body gently with their trunks, as if trying to comfort them, or wake them one last time. This is a silent awareness, and a profound respect for the sanctity of life. When an elephant cries, it is not just a biological reaction, but a reflection of true sorrow from the heart. Yet, as great as their grief is, their solidarity is equally breathtaking. When a calf gets stuck, or faces danger, all the adults unite as one body to protect it. The wise calm of the elephants, the steady vibration of the ground with every step, is the unshakable balance of nature. As you lie in your bed, imagine yourself in a peaceful space under the protection of these wise giants. Feel your body fill with a heavy, secure, and unshakable stillness, like the footsteps of an elephant. All the chaos in your mind is being erased, like footprints fading on the vast savanna. You too have a memory. All the moments you collected today are now being sorted into safe shelves. Keep the important ones in the depths of your heart, and leave the weary ones to the night wind. Visualize the patient and wise eyes of the elephants. They know not how time passes, but how bonds are preserved. Every cell in your body relaxes a bit more under the influence of this ancient compassion. Tonight, give your emotions permission to exist, let your mind rest. And allow your heart to find peace. You are safe, you are loved, and like a calf protected by the herd, you are in the gentle lap of life. The night wind of the savanna blows in your ears like a soft lullaby. With the peace of these deep and meaningful bonds, glide toward the vast and healing plains of sleep. Now, let your mind return from the open savanna, to the moist, dim, and peaceful cool of the forest floor. Breathe in the scent of fresh earth, and the ancient aroma of mushrooms that rises after a gentle rain. Fungi are neither plants nor animals, they belong to a kingdom that is entirely unique, the third kingdom of biology. The charming caps you see above the ground are merely the small ambassadors of a massive underground empire. The true miracle is hidden in the mycelium networks that spread like a spider's web, stretching for miles beneath the soil. Fungi are nature's master recyclers, and its most patient alchemists. To them, death is not an end, but the essential raw material for the beginning of new life. Think of a fallen giant tree trunk, or the autumn leaves carpeting the forest floor. If it weren't for fungi, the world would soon suffocate under the weight of this lifeless matter, and all growth would stop. Fungi use their enzymes to break down these materials, returning them to the soil, and thus, to life. They simplify complex molecules back into their basic forms, regenerating the minerals and nutrients the forest craves. They are the planet's greatest cleanup crew, and its most loyal nourishers. Imagine the immense patience and transformative power of the fungal world. They do not rush, they grow silently and deeply, connecting the entire ecosystem. As you lie in your bed, feel your body becoming part of this natural transformation. Sleep is like the fungi working the soil, it is the process of turning your daily fatigue into tomorrow's peace. The worn-out thoughts in your mind, are being renewed tonight by the healing touch of nature's quietest inhabitants. Every muscle in your body relaxes like a soft leaf resting on moist earth. Peace is a power as natural and unstoppable as a mushroom growing silently through the night. The darkness is no longer empty, it is a laboratory of renewal, where everything old is prepared for a fresh start. Surrender to this quiet alchemy, and let the wisdom of the earth lead you into a deep and restorative sleep. Now, let your mind lift off the ground and soar toward the frozen, but pristine air of the far north. See the endless snow cover below you, the crystals shimmering like diamonds, and the silent, vast tundras. Here, at the top of the world, the sky is not just a void, it is a living, breathing stage of light. The aurora borealis, or aurora borealis, or northern lights, is the moment when solar winds from the sun embrace Earth's magnetic shield. Charged particles, after traveling millions of miles, ignite our atmosphere in a spectacular display of color. These lights are like neon green rivers, violet curtains, and ivory ribbons, dancing across the heavens. They undulate in slow motion, whispering to us about how alive and vibrant the universe truly is. It is as if an invisible hand is painting the night, with stardust and electromagnetic poetry. The northern lights are a celebration of the giant magnetic shield that protects our world every single second. These lights erase the noise of the human world, leaving behind only absolute wonder and tranquility. The rhythmic, slow movement of the lights in the sky naturally slows your own breathing. As you lie in your bed, imagine these lights gliding softly across the ceiling of your mind. Feel the ocean green and midnight purple hues, wrapping around your thoughts like a silk shawl. Your body, nestled under warm covers, is perfectly safe and shielded from the freezing air outside. Darkness here is not something to fear, it is the perfect canvas for this magnificent symphony of light. Every muscle in your body becomes as soft and fluid as these curtains of light rippling across the sky. In the absolute silence of the north, you hear only the calm, steady rhythm of your own heart. Allow this cosmic energy to spread through you, as a wave of deep, cooling relaxation. The earth is cradling you not only with its soil, but with its magnetic field and the infinite sky. Your thoughts are now merging with these neon rivers, flowing effortlessly into the realm of dreams. Now, let your mind drift away from the lights of the sky, and sink slowly into the deep, ancient embrace of the earth. Visualize yourself entering a vast underground cathedral. A place where the ceiling is lost in the shadows, and the air is perfectly still. This is the world of caves, a kingdom where time flows much slower than in the world above. Here, there is no wind, no sun, and the changing of seasons is never felt. A profound darkness and a unique silence, that rests the soul, prevail within these depths. The only sound you might hear is the echo of a single drop of water, falling into a still, crystal-clear pool. Drip. Drip. Each drop carries minerals that patiently build stalactites, stalactates, and stalagmites, stalagmates, growing only a few centimeters every century. Caves teach us that true beauty is born from infinite patience, and that there is no need to hurry. Imagine the giant crystal caves of Mexico, where translucent pillars as large as buildings glow with a soft, inner light. As you lie in your bed, feel your body becoming as solid, heavy, and protected as the walls of an ancient cave. All the noise and pressure of the outside world stop at the entrance, unable to reach your inner sanctuary. Your thoughts are like those slow-falling drops, creating gentle ripples in a pool of absolute calm. Darkness here is not a void, it is a velvety, protective wrap that heals and shields you. Your muscles are becoming as heavy and relaxed as the great stones that have stood still for eons. Your breath is steady, cool, and deep, moving in harmony with the ancient rhythm of the earth. In this absolute stillness, you are left alone with the pure peace of your own existence. Feel the weight of time lifting off your shoulders, as you surrender to the timelessness of the cave. You are safe, you are grounded, and you are drifting into a sleep, as deep and brilliant, as a crystal. Now, let your mind rise from the cool depths, and settle into a vibrant garden warmed by the morning sun. Feel the dewdrops shimmering like jewels on every petal, and the sweet, heavy scent of pollen in the air. Turn your attention to nature's most disciplined travelers, the bees. To a bee, the world is not just a collection of colors, it is an electric and ultraviolet masterpiece. While we see a simple flower, a bee sees hidden maps and ultraviolet landing strips designed just for them. Flowers whisper, "I am here," by creating tiny, unique electric fields that bees can actually sense. As a bee flies, it becomes charged with static electricity, causing pollen to leap toward it like a magnet. This is one of the most elegant, mathematical, and effective communication systems in the natural world. When a bee returns to the hive, it performs the waggle dance, va gill dens. A series of movements that describe coordinates with geometric precision. But after such intense work, resting in the honey-scented darkness of the hive is sacred to them. In the hive, there is order, there is purpose, and there is the unshakable security of being part of a whole. As you rest in your bed, imagine yourself as a peaceful part of this great natural choir. Feel your body becoming as light as a wing, yet filled with the sweet weight of healthy fatigue. All the complex routes and plans of your day are now left outside the entrance of your hive. Peace is spreading through you like golden honey, warming and softening every part of your being. Your breath is joining the distant, soothing hum of a spring garden at dusk. You have found your place in the great geometry of life, and now, you have earned your rest. Let the colors of the world fade into the warm, safe darkness of your inner hive. As you prepare for a sleep that will refill your cells with fresh energy, trust in the wisdom of these tiny guides. Surrender to the geometric peace of the garden, and glide into the healing flow of sleep. Now, let your mind rise from the vibrant spring gardens, and settle into a crisp, frozen winter night, where time seems to stand still. Imagine the air is sharp and clean, and the sky is a deep, silent velvet. High above, in the atmosphere's quiet laboratory, water vapor meets the cold, and begins a miraculous transformation. Gathering around a single speck of dust, water molecules bond in a hexagonal symmetry, hexagonal symmetry, to form the first crystal core. As each snowflake falls toward the earth, it carries a memory of every moment of its journey. The temperature of the air, the speed of the wind, and the level of humidity dictate how the crystal's arms will grow. Billions of snowflakes fall, yet no two stories, and no two forms, are ever exactly alike. This is nature's infinite creativity. Every flake is a unique geometric signature of its own path. As you lie in your bed, feel as unique and precious as one of these crystals. Your journey and your experiences have shaped you into the singular, incomparable person you are today. Snowflakes make no sound as they fall. They are the very definition of silence. When billions of them join together, they blanket the world in a soft white quilt, creating a profound acoustic stillness. Remember how a heavy snowfall absorbs the noise of the world, leaving behind only a peaceful, white meditation. Feel your body becoming as light as a snowflake, yet as perfectly formed as a crystal. Your thoughts are slowing down, drifting like these falling stars, and merging into the silence as they land. Your muscles are softening like a forest floor covered in snow, releasing all tension and pressure. Your breath is cool and clear, moving with the rhythm of the crisp winter air. You are safe in this white dream, where time is suspended, and only peace remains. Like the earth resting beneath the snow, you are gathering your strength for the tomorrow that awaits. Surrender to this crystalline silence, and drift into the purest, most tranquil sleep. Now, let your mind wake from the winter sleep, and settle onto a warm, moonlit beach, where the sand is soft and fine. Feel the pull of the tides, as we turn our gaze toward the sea turtles, the most patient and ancient navigators of the world. These creatures begin their lives as tiny specks on a vast beach, yet they carry a massive compass within their hearts. They navigate the boundless oceans by sensing the Earth's magnetic field, following invisible paths that have existed for eons. A young turtle does not fight the ocean, it finds a warm current, and simply surrenders to its flow. Imagine using the great Gulf Stream as a liquid escalator, gliding for thousands of miles with effortless grace. Even as they grow to weigh hundreds of pounds, they maintain a weightless elegance in the water, like birds soaring through a blue sky. Their heartbeats are slow, their breaths are deep, and every movement is a lesson in steady persistence. As you lie in your bed, imagine yourself drifting in a warm, safe oceanic current. Instead of rowing against the waves of life, allow yourself to surrender to the flow of this moment. Feel the buoyancy of the water supporting your body, taking the weight off your mind and your spirit. The deep, rhythmic hum of the ocean is the only sound that matters now. Your breath is as steady as the rising and falling of the sea. Calm and life-giving. You have traveled far today, and now you have reached the sanctuary of the night. Do not fear the deep water, it is a gentle friend carrying you exactly where you need to go. Let your thoughts drift away with the tide, leaving only the pure peace of existing in the flow. We have reached the pinnacle of our journey, the point where all stories, all colors, and all beings become one. Leave behind the forests, the oceans, the deserts, and the stars, and return to your purest essence. As you lie in your bed, you are not just a body, you are a vital part of the universe breathing in unison. The air filling your lungs carries atoms that were forged billions of years ago in the heart of a dying star. When you inhale, the universe is taking a deep breath into itself. When you exhale, you are gifting your ancient life force back to the infinite. Science tells us that everything came from that one hot, massive beginning. We are all made of the same light. The distances and differences we see are merely elegant illusions created by the mind. Your body is a microcosmos, mirroring the vastness of the macrocosmos in the space between your atoms. Imagine your thoughts turning into beams of light, dissolving into the warm, dark fabric of the universe. You are no longer a river, a tree, or a star, you are simply being. This state of pure existence is a peace so high, that no worry or weight can ever reach it. Your body is merging with the night, expanding beyond the walls of the room, into the infinite. Your heartbeat is synchronized with the tides, the rotation of the earth, and the slow dance of the galaxies. Nature has opened all its doors to you tonight, inviting you into its very heart. You do not need to do anything. The universe is already balancing and healing everything for you. You are as peaceful as a child sleeping in the lap of the cosmos. The lights have faded, the sounds have died down, and the pages of your mind are now open to a pristine, silent dream. Your breath is the breath of the stars, your peace is the peace of the void. Now, glide into the magnificent ocean of sleep with absolute serenity. Good night, cosmic traveler, you will wake tomorrow as fresh as the first day of a new world.